This Eminem NFT is really bad. Yeah, I honestly expected more. I get that these trading cards and little animations and the 2 beats we got are meant to be like limited edition collector's items that people can spend money on and then hopefully over time they gain in value. But $5,000 for a 10-second animation? Really? $5,000. The animations have been uploaded to YouTube if you want to see them. I know, once again, the idea is so people invest and then they can sell them in the future, I guess, in some sort of way, kind of like with Bitcoin. You invest early on and then it, skyrockets in price later down the line. Kind of that thing, except you get a little collectible to look at. But $5,000? Really? A spinning foil trading card that, admittedly, the trading cards look cool. Well, I swear they're like $500 each as well. What the fuck? And 2 beats. Cool. The 2 beats sound alright, but they're short as hell. One of them's 1 minute and the other one's 2 minutes. They sound like generic trap beats. They're okay. So, what was the point of this? This really does have Paul written all over it. Honestly, I don't think Eminem would have chosen to do something like this off of his own back. This is clearly a management sort of thing saying you should do this, it's a current trend. Yeah, I did see like him talking about it in the Discord chat and that seemed pretty cool. People got to engage with him. I missed it. I was out in the studio recording my own album and I'm kind of pissed off because I would have liked to have had a shot at asking a question to Eminem. But yeah, this whole idea seems like it was Paul's idea rather than Eminem's. As I said, the artwork looks cool for it, but I honestly don't think that Eminem would have chosen to place these animations at such a high price. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that he would do. I honestly don't think he was in full control of this. It is kind of funny though how the cheapest thing you can buy is $313, so, alluding to the 313 Detroit, haha, all that stuff. But yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of thing he'd do off of his own back. It really doesn't. I get it, the mega fans might invest and then in 5 years down the line be like, I bought this trading card, and then it skyrockets in price and you can kind of, I'm not entirely sure how it works. The way Paul described it was kind of like, you have bought this limited edition item but it's not the item that you're selling on or receiving, it's like a certain code like cryptocurrency. So I personally still don't really understand that, so we'll have to see later down the line whether or not the person who you sell it on to just gets a code kind of like a Bitcoin, I guess. I really don't know. I don't really have much else to say on this matter. I just feel like all of this stuff is really expensive and I know a lot of his fans can't afford a lot of this stuff. I mean, if you've got a full-time job like me, you're still living with your parents but you're still working and quite young, you might be able to afford some of this stuff without bankrupting yourself. But I don't see why anyone would. Like, even for a $500 trading card in UK money, that's probably like £467, £68, something like that, just a rough estimate. And then the animations that are like $5,000. Yeah, I'm not spending $5,000 of my money on a 10-second animation of a spinning middle finger. I'm sorry, I would never do something like that. It makes me laugh because it's just, I think it's a really stupid idea. I'm just glad that he didn't decide or get persuaded to drop like a new EP or new music that's not beats in this, because if they hid like an album behind like a fucking $500 paywall or something, well, probably be more than that, wouldn't it? Because if the animations are $5,000, like a $10,000 Eminem album. I mean, he's my favourite rapper, but fuck that, I'd pirate the shit out of that album. I wouldn't pay that much for music, fuck that. I mean, I buy music anyway, I buy albums when they come out. I spent tons of money on albums, but they're usually between about £8 and £11 when they come out. I heard that one band, I can't remember who it was now that I think about it, I have to look it up afterwards, but they released an album as an NFT and then they also released it on regular streaming services, I think a week after. So he could have done something like that, I guess, and you get early access, but even so, I'm glad he didn't release music in this drop. I know a lot of people wanted him to, but one, I think it's way too early for him to drop anything else, and two, I think that would have backfired horrendously.